come. Milnthorpe Corinthians versus Eagley in a massive game in the Westlags League Premier Division. If Eagley win, they are champions for the first time in their history. Will they rise to the occasion or bottle it like Arsenal? A free kick to Eagley from the left-hand side. The ball comes in. It's half cleared by the defender. He goes for goal and nearly puts a car window through. Whose car is that anyway? What a bloody stupid place to park! Another free kick from Eagley here. It hits the wall. He shoots. It's blocked. Who the bloody hell is that shouting handball? There's more chance of Arnie Slot growing an afro. Corner to Milnthorpe. It's whipped in. A free header. Over the crossbar it goes. Yes, mate. You keep shaking your head. That should have at least hit the sodding target. There's a chance for Milnthorpe to put the ball into the box here. No, it looks like they've been practicing something on the training ground. It's crossed into the back post. It's played back across goal. He shoots! Goal! What a strike! The keeper wasn't saving that one. I thought he was going to knock that kid in the background off his bike for a second. That would have been pretty funny, to be fair. 1-0 Milnthorpe! We're into the second half, and Eagley really need to get their asses in gear if they want to win the title tonight. They might have a chance here. What in Christ's name is he doing there? He swung for the ball like Stevie Wonder on the golf course. He shoots. I'll let you off, keeper. That was a decent save. Well held. Milnthorpe come forward again as they look to double their advantage. The left-back puts in a brilliant cross. Free header at the back post. And he misses the target. With finishing like that, he could get a game for Scotland. Free kick near halfway. They still trail by 1-0. The ball's played into the penalty area. He shoots! And beats the goalkeeper! What a fantastic finish! He curled it with his right foot! The goalkeeper couldn't do much about that! Just when it seemed like they were starting to run out of time, Eagley are level, with around half an hour still to go. They might still wrap this title race up tonight. I wish these soppy church bells would shut up. Anyway, Milnthorpe have another free kick on halfway. Did that hit a hand? Yes! The referee points to the spot. Unbelievable! Let's watch this back. Was it handball? Yes, definitely! He handled the ball like Big John handling a Chinese takeaway. Bosh! Someone in the crowd just said that he's a good penalty taker and always scores. And he misses! Well done, mate! You've just jinxed your own player! Good save by the keeper, mind! Just over 5 minutes left here. Eagley are still looking for that elusive goal, and they're on the attack again here. Could this be the moment? The ball is played into the penalty area. The left-back makes the challenge, and it's a penalty! The Milnthorpe players are livid. The Eagley lads celebrate. Let's have a look at it again. Did he get the ball? It's hard to tell, even looking at that replay, but that left-back has had a nightmare 10 minutes. He's missed a penalty and then given one away. What's the goalkeeper doing here? Looks like he's auditioning for Britain's Got Talent. Stop dancing and prancing and get on with the game, man. And now the referee is going to book him. Now he's telling the striker which way to go. He better save it after all that. Anyway, here we go. Who's going to come out on top here? The striker or Michael Flatley? Goal! He hammers the ball into the back of the net. That should seal it. Eagley are almost there. Look at those celebrations. How about that for a penalty? As Andy Gray would say, you don't save those. Time's running out for Milnthorpe now. Can they create one more big chance? They're on the attack here, but the referee blows for a free kick. Not sure what for exactly, but that whistle is music to the Eagley players' ears as the clock ticks down a few more seconds. What's going on here? The Milnthorpe number 7 is going into the referee's book, and it's his second yellow card! He's off! He must have said something to hurt the ref's feelings. Bless him. Milnthorpe are down to 10 men, and there are only a few more minutes to go. And that's it! Eagley are the West Lancs League Premier Division champions for the first time in their history! Unbelievable! They didn't do it the easy way, but who cares? They got the job done! That's all that matters! Congratulations on the title! Well deserved!